I encourage each person, regardless of age, to continue to learn. Pursue whatever path will be most valuable to you and to your own family. You will be blessed as you do this. You will grow academically, professionally, and spiritually as you seek to enhance your education.
Interestingly, church members are very unique because worldwide, in every denomination, as people get more education, they usually become less faithful. Publicly, like going to church meetings, and privately, like saying prayers. You've seen that to be the case all around you. But it's not the case in our church. We are the only church in which the opposite is true. As people gain more education, they actually become more faithful in their public and private religiosity. So, our fear is not that people will find out something that will pull them away from the faith. Not when our doctrine is all truth. That's a pretty big article of faith. All truth. See, we don't fear that you're going to learn something or study something that's going to hurt your testimony. The fear that we have is that you won't study deeply enough, that you'll settle for sensational sound bites on social media and not look into an issue or a topic deeply enough. Because we are assured that as we study deeply enough, there's nothing you could ever learn that's going to pull you from the faith. It will only deepen your faith. So our fear is not learning and education. Our fear is illiteracy. People who can't nourish their testimonies because they can't read. Our fear is illiteracy. People who have the ability to read, but they choose instead to do anything else. That's what we're afraid of, because then they won't be able to continue learning. And that's when their faith will be in danger.
BYU Pathway helps students experience spiritual transformation. For example, 95% report an increased testimony. 33% of international students currently serve in church leadership, including members of stake presidencies, bishoprics, relief societies. 27% of students are recently returned missionaries, and 96% of these returned missionaries are active participants in the church 3 years after enrolling in BYU Pathway. 16% of new students are less active in the church when they enroll. 12% of new students are not members of the church when they enroll, and 30% of those who are not members get baptized. Of course, many of these outcomes are tied to the fact that BYU Pathway students also attend Institute. Nevertheless, there seems to be no end to the good that can come from being a part of BYU Pathway worldwide.